hospital. It's the hospital's nameplate. Beyond Coast Central Hospital, just like you said. I believed you. Excuse me. That's the main entrance. Hang on, my phone's going off. Spam call. Why did I use my dead name? Jonathan. Before you were born.
これだけのマンモス病院だ。北条の知人を探すのも一苦労だろうな。
しかし今はそれしか道はない。気を持ち直して北条の手がかりを探そう。
They must be waiting for something. Hey, she looks pretty nice from this angle. Looks like a patient as well. He looks like he's got a mental illness or something. Man, why you gotta talk about people like that? Check out the Chinese looking dude. He's got a hand towel tied around his head. A lot of them do that to keep warm. Why would anyone in their right mind be doing that here? Seems like another patient. They don't look too good. He looks like he's talking to the receptionist. We should try inquiring at the reception ourselves. These are hospital patients. They won't be any help to us. Guy looks like he's been hospitalized here. He seems pretty healthy to me. Maybe he's here for surgery. Look, Ed, a nurse. Why am I not surprised? You better believe it. Notice board for people waiting for appointments and medication. It's a signboard giving directions around the hospital. Where do you suppose all the sales reps hang out? It won't say anything on this. Let's ask at reception. Well, let's see if we can approach. Talk.
あ、ちょっとすいません。
ここからじゃ聞こえんよ。それに彼女は手洗い看護婦だ。北条のことは知るまい。
手洗い看護婦？
手術に同席する医者の助手だ。病室を管理する外回り看護婦とは違う。
なるほど。そんなつもりで声をかけたんじゃないんだが。
Ooh. I gotta get Jonathan's reactions.
今日はどうされましたか？
いや、実は
初診の方ですね。こちらのアンケート用紙に症状を詳しくご記入ください。
違うんだ。俺たちはどこも悪くはない。
は？
俺たちはビヨンド警察のものなんだが、ちょっと聞きたいことがあるんだ。
警察の方？何でしょう？
We gotta get Jonathan's comments. Look at that ass. I would eat anything off that ass. Yeah, I'd hit that. I said that out loud, didn't I? You haven't changed either. Don't fight it, Ed. Go with it. Goddamn, 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 that's odd. Show a little control when we're out. She seems pretty cute too. You gotta get all of the... She looks like she's calculating a bill for somebody. Let's see if there's anything else to say about her butt. That's the uniform you wear here? This is BCCH uniform, yes. It's all brand name clothing. From the director is a big on fashion. She used to be a model before. She? The director is a woman? What's more, they're woven with acetate fibers, which are extremely resistant to bacteria. They're part of the hospital's infection control system. There's more to these than meets the eye. She kind of shows a lot for a hospital reception. Just cute. I wouldn't mind getting a shot from her. Yikes, why is he so confident? I must take it.
実は人を探してるんだが
Love it. Love it.
北条健三という人物だ
So good.
徳川製薬のプロパーでこの病院にもよく出入りしているらしいんだが
徳川製薬のプロパーの方ですか？
知らないか。
プロパーの方は関係者用の通用口から出入りしますのでわかりません。
誰ならわかる？
そういう件でしたら当病院の理事長に相談されては。
理事長ね
どちらにせよ理事長の許可が必要ですから。
Let's try to be respectful and follow the rules. So is there a name I could put to this beautiful face? Are you trying to hit on me? Destiny has obviously brought us together for some reason we've yet to understand. I'm just trying to get know you, that's all. Those lines will get you nowhere, buddy. If you were hospitalized here, I suppose you might get to know me a little then. So is that a no? Where do we go to see the director? The director can be found in the director's office. Why do I feel like an idiot? That's a really old picture. That's from before I was born. So let's just try to make our way to the director's office. We'll come back to her later on. I guess we can't yet. I'm guessing we're gonna have to approach. Yeah, how can I help you again? If you'd like to speak with the director, you can head on through. You would have been here a number of times. You honestly don't know him? I'm sorry, but I don't remember meeting him. Let me think. I'm sorry, I still don't recall seeing anyone like that. He certainly isn't a patient here. Let's go ahead and throw up his save real quick. I don't know why I can't move right on through. She's young and extremely charming. You can definitely see how she used to be a model. This is the largest hospital on the Beyond. We've also been designated as one of the colony's emergency release facilities in the event of an accident or disaster. Our organ transplantation technology is the most advanced in the world. We're even well known on Earth, or home. There are many people who come all the way from home to receive treatment here. It's easier to obtain organs here on Beyond than it is on home, you see. And why is that? They've established a unified organ distribution network and transplant coordination system here. There still isn't a consensus between countries on Earth on how to handle the organ issue. You have to go through a lot of red tape to get anywhere there. Where is the director's office? At the end of Block B, here on the first floor. I'll let you know you're coming. If you follow the green line, that'll take you straight to her. So I did just have to talk a little bit more. Oh dear.
あなたたちが刑事さんね。受付から連絡もらったわ。
あなたがこの病院の理事長？
そうよ。女だとは思わなかった？
いや、受付で聞いてはいたんだが。
少しホームなまりがあるな。
私は BCCH 理事長のクリス・ゴドウィンです。
私は BCP 風紀課のエド・ブラウン。
俺はジョナサン・イングラム。OLA で。
ああ、そうだ。やっぱりそうだわ。どこかで見た顔だと思った。あなたたちポリスノーツのエドとジョナサン？
どうして？
私よ。覚えてないかしら？一度少女雑誌のカバーを一緒に撮影したでしょ？もう30年も前だけど。
おう、あのモデルのクリスちゃん。そうか、女らしくなって。
あのクリスか？モデルか。受付でも言ってたな。
もうすっかりおばちゃんよ。そうね、あなたたちなの。会えて嬉しいわ。で、どんな用件？
Let's take a look around before we get into the weird stuff. What's this? It's potpourri. Has a lavender fragrance. Ooh, I love love me some lavender. I get it sent to me by a friend on home. Go ahead and smell it. Yeah, that smells like lavender. It's the cover of the teen magazine from 30 years ago. There's me! I see me! We got us and the other Policenauts on the front. Seeing you guys bring back so many memories. So she's got to be in her mid-40s then. Well, no, probably later 40s. This was me before I lost everything. There's Salvatore. He always did joke around when we did pictures like this. There's Gates. He was Mr. Popular. Still white hair. There's Takagawa. He never smiles when he gets his picture taken. And Ed. I was just a kid back then myself. I remember how cute you were, Chris. Yeah, real cute. I would have been 14. Okay, so she's 44. Oh dear. Aw, she's a mommy.
クリスの子供？
それは他人の子供よ。
君の子供じゃないの？
ジョナサン、よせ。
悪かった。
She was 19 if she remembers, right? Interesting. It's a nice smell. It's the same as the potpourri, isn't it? Yeah. That's lavender perfume. I just hate the smell of drugs. That's the only reason why I wear it. You get about as many people wearing fragrance here as you do smoking cigarettes. Hey, nothing wrong with either. Got a fantastic body. Those look absolutely delicious. I go to zero-G salons and spend time in the zero-G ward, so gravity hasn't had its way with me too much. Oh, you really gotta watch your words around this guy. That's just asking for trouble. Alright, inappropriate comments. You've got legs from here to some wonderful place. Well, I can tell you, they're not as nice as they used to be. Certainly nothing compared to my younger girl out there. I wish she'd stop moving them around.
その手に持っているものは？
マスキートよ。
マスキート？
ええ、小型の採血マイクロマシンよ。このマスキート、プログラムがいかれちゃって制御できないの。ようやくさっき回収したのよ。
It's a nice chair. It better be. I spent half my life sitting on it. You know, you still strike me as a model. I don't think I've ever seen anyone look at this good in a lab coat before. Oh, Ed, you've been learning from Jonathan. Alright, let's talk.
実は行方不明になったある人物の足取りを追っている。王城健三という。
王女？聞かないわね。 ここの患者なの？
その男、
Interesting.
徳川製薬のプロパーなんだ。徳川製薬でこの病院に薬を卸してるって聞いたんだ。
ここの薬関係の担当者を紹介してもらえないか。
ああ、それなら薬局の薬剤師に聞けばわかるはずよ。ここの薬の管理はすべて彼に任してるから。それで
What are all these papers? I got things like my medical license and the hospital's accredited. Accreditations up there. These are all books on organ transplantation. That's my area of expertise. I can talk. Wow, I remember this photo. Hey, this is you, isn't it? This couldn't have been taken yesterday. Who's with you? Someone I knew. Better not go into it. I can respect that. Same as you in your photo. This is a photo of Hojo. I may have met him before, but I'm not sure. So you don't know anything at all about Hojo. The littlest thing could help. No. This is the first time I've heard of him. I'm sorry. You have your own pharmacy here. Beyond has the same medical system you find in Japan, where a doctor can also serve as a pharmacist. When people get their prescriptions in a hospital, they'll receive their medication from this pharmacy. We have our own pharmacy since there's no separation between prescribing and dispensing in our medical industry. The profit margins for drugs here is astronomical. Doctors rake in an extra 20 to 30% by dispensing themselves. Hospitals and drug companies make a killing in the system because the price of drugs for patients is so high. One of the reasons Takagawa Pharmaceuticals has become so successful is because it lobbied for the implementation of the Japanese system on Beyond in the early days of the colony. Plus, there's the fact that people here prefer to take a drug for something even if they don't actually need it. All this has led to overprescription, a large drug profit margin, and a medical industry that has benefited doctors and hospitals instead of patients. Personally, I'm against doing things this way. We should be working on separating the industry like places on home. But as a businesswoman, it's great for us. The hospital wouldn't be where it is today without this system. Yeah, I get all that, but what about the pharmacist? Oh yeah, the pharmacist. You mean Juan Ishida. So how did Beyond's first teen idol wind up in charge of the biggest hospital? I quit modeling 20 years ago. My parents were doctors here on Beyond, so she would have modeled until she was 24. But then they were killed in that space plane disaster. Oh shit. That's when I inherited this place. I had gone to medical school, and this was the only thing they left me. I'm always busy with something, whether it's here or somewhere else. My main job is running the hospital, but since my area of expertise is organ transplantation, I help out a little with that as well. For instance, I am the consultant for Beyond Coast Organ Procurement Network, the Beyond Coast Organ Distribution Network, and various other transplant groups. Are organ transplants really that important in space? Yeah, they are absolutely essential to us. Space environments has massive effects on the human body, what with the weightlessness and cosmic rays. We still aren't ready for transplanting artificial organs. All medical science can do at the moment is transplant them from other people. What about using artificial organs? We are a long way from developing organs that can be used long-term, function as a complete replacement for the failed organ, and are small enough to be inserted into the body. We do have machine organs and bio organs, but the only replacements that can currently be classified as complete are artificial bones, teeth, and type of blood, used exclusively for transporting oxygen. You are talking about the artificial blood AP uses. There are machines that can function as supplementary hearts and kidneys outside the body, but there are problems with internalizing them. The most advanced artificial kidney I can ever see us developing is continuous ambulatory peritoneal dialysis. I mean, okay. Which organs are affected by cosmic rays? Literally all of them, everybody. DNA and ion, everything. The ones with rapid cell division, especially those. Skin, eyes, gums, stomach lining, intestinal lining, throat lining. The ones with rapid cell division rates are most affected the most. For instance, bone marrow, lymphatic tissue, the mucosal epithelium of the digestive tract. Aye. The reproductive organs. Yeah. Then come the kidneys, the liver, the lungs, the skin, blood vessels. It's a mosquito-type robot developed by Takagawa Heavy Industries and Takagawa Pharmaceuticals. It's designed for drawing blood from people and animals and administering shots. With this, you can draw blood without the subject feeling a thing. It can also be used for donating blood. They've been hit with a lot of criticism, but these guys are one of the reasons we've been able to keep AIDS and other diseases under control here. They fly by flapping their wings. They were designed through biomechanics. I don't know the details. We saw a hologram of it at Takagawa Pharmaceuticals. What can you tell us about Ishida? No, Ishida is the pharmacist. Jun or Juan Ishida is an employee of Takagawa Pharmaceuticals assigned to us here. He can be a bit of an odd character, but he gets the job done. He works for Takagawa. We have an important relationship with Takagawa. A number of their employees work here. We could never just shut them out. So where is the pharmacy located? Through that door there. Through that door there. The two rooms were originally one. It's a little convenient though. I know. We split the rooms up, and that's where we put the pharmacy. The window's out in the hallway, of course. You make sure no one steals anything, huh? I guess you could say that. We were planning on moving it soon, since it's been a pain having it like this for so long.
どうやってカーソルでクリックするんだ。慎重にな。くそ、逃げられた。
私の鼻に。
クリス、じっとしてるんだ。動かないように。
早くして。
また逃げられた。美味しいところに泊まりやがった。
ジョナサン、俺に任せろ。
断る。俺が頼まれたんだ。
こいつ、また逃げられるのがオチだ。
二人とも早く捕まえてよ。
申し訳ない。
くそ、また逃げられた。
下手くそ。
刺されたわ。やだ、こんなとこ
ろに。おお、今度は胸だ。
5章だから、ジョナサン。
俺の役目だ。
俺は人生を恨むよ。
やった、触った触った。
ありがとう、ジョナサン。
いや、こんなことならいつでも。
ジョナサン、お前な、後で感想を聞かせろよ。
本当におかしな人たちね、ポリスノーツさん。まるでバディ映画から抜け出たみたい。
まあ、大事に至らなくてよかった。
そうね。さあ、これからどうする、お二人さん。
One second, everybody. I just gotta message this person back. I didn't want to leave.
ジョナサン、
なんだい？
そのタバコなんとかならない？
これか？
医者としては黙認できないんだけど。
香水好きの女性としてなら黙認できるだろう。
オッケーよ。脅迫がうまいわね。
男と女の駆け引きさ。
Smoking, by the way. I need to go back to her office. I wasn't done talking. I wanted to ask more about the mesquite. They could be dangerous if enough of them end up together. A swarm nearly killed a dog once. They sucked out its blood? Yeah, it got into a testing area. They put it down to a programming error. I'm surprised they even let that on the market. It's only because they're made by Takagawa. The effects on sperm and fetuses are the most pronounced. Yeah, I know about that. You had to avoid conceiving for at least 6 months after returning from space before. The time frame's been reduced, but amphibians still have to be careful with that. Okay. What are the possible dangers of organ transplants? In the past, the biggest problem was post-op rejections, but we've overcome that with the development of Takagawa Pharmaceuticals' immunosuppressant cypuloidine, as well as making masked transplants which don't trigger a rejection reaction. Masked transplants? It's a revolutionary procedure that eliminates rejections in recipients. With it, we're able to mask the organ's HLA class 1 antigens before transplantation. I'm not too familiar with it, but with its introduction, the number of organ transplants has risen dramatically. If I'm not mistaken, what they're talking about is essentially using stem cells to coat an organ. That way, when it goes into the body just reconstructs it as if it's its own. Married, Chris? No. I've never had much time for relationships with work. I've devoted my life to my career. Guys stopped showing any interest in me a long time ago anyway. I find that very, very hard to believe. Are you saying you'd be interested? So whose child is that in the photo? Son of a friend. You must have important things to talk about then. More important things to talk about than me, don't you? Aww, I was gonna ask Chris out. I guess you can't.
じゃあ薬局を見せてもらうよ。
どうぞ、そこの扉よ。
何の用だいあんたら。薬なら窓口で。心配はいらない。俺たちは BCP のものだ。理事長の許可は得ている。警察？
石田さんでしょ、薬局の責任者の。
はあ、僕は石田純だけど、一応ここの薬局を任されてるけど。で、どんな要件なんだい？
We got almost all the hospital's drugs here. I take them over to the window whenever someone needs something. How do you manage so many? That terminal there, not something you see every day, huh? I handle all data by computer here. Can we keep the chit-chat to a minimum and get down to the officers? Punk. It's Takagawa's employee ID. You can't enter any Takagawa facility or use any of our equipment without one of these. Talk about a bitch. Can we keep the chit-chat down to a minimum?
今日伺ったのは徳川製薬の北条健三氏に関してなんだが。北条さん？あの人が何か？行方不明なんだ。そうなの。そういえばここんとこ見なかったな。知ってるんだな。知ってます。
Yeah, that's Hojo. That's his wife. What's this? She does kind of have a resemblance to Hojo's wife. That's the president when he was younger. They tell you the whole story when you join the company. It's Takagawa's Pharmaceuticals' newest DDS, a capsule that's distributed evenly throughout the body, even in weightlessness. How does it work? It uses the differences in osmotic pressures between areas of the body to control the release of the drug. That's super cool. That's super cool. Gravity doesn't play a factor at all. Hojo is bringing samples of it over. I wonder if it's what I got from Lorraine. Is it that big of a development? Yeah. Well, something that uses osmotic pressure isn't that new, but the one in the K9 is by far the most effective. Me? Not much to say, really. Born and raised on Beyond, graduated from university here, got my pharmacist license, and joined Takagawa. Yeah, I noticed you don't have a home accent. We still don't have any separation of the medical industry on Beyond. Pharmacists like me aren't held in a very high regard here. Our only option are to join either a company or a hospital pharmacy. What kind of person was Hojo? I couldn't tell you much about him. We only knew each other through work. He was a traditional Japanese type of guy, different from Beyonds like me. It's not like him to just disappear. I bet the folks on home would be surprised to hear about what goes on here. The only ones who benefit from this system are people like Takagawa and the doctors. They pump Beyond full of drugs they don't need, and these fools are happy to keep paying for them. Interesting. Any idea any idea what might have happened to him? Oh. God. Every button skips. That's my problem. I just set my controller on my leg, and because I have paddles, it just skipped a whole bunch of stuff. The rate of mental illness here is several times higher than bases in Antarctica. The guy at Takagawa Pharmaceuticals brought that up too. I'm a Beyond, so I don't get it. It's been a good while since the last time he was here. I wonder what happened to him. Have you tried checking spaceplane passengers lists? If he hasn't left Beyond, something's really bad must have happened to him. It's hard for someone to stay hidden here than on home. Close to impossible, really. Maybe he really did go back home. No one ever stays missing for long here. This is a colony. They find you sooner or later. Fortunately for me, I was able to join Takagawa since I was in Nissei. But then they went and sent me to this damned hospital. Effing insult. When was the last time you saw Hojo? Let me think. It was the last K9 delivery, so that would have been the 15th. Delivery? I thought K9 wasn't on the market yet. They only samples for data gathering. Oh, it got really serious.
その日の北条は？
あの時は K9 を3セット持ってきて。
ちょっと待った。3セットだって。徳川製薬のホワイトボードには100セットって書いてあったぞ。
そんなバカな。ただのサンプルですよ。100セットもどうするんです？患者に配るんですか？発売前の薬を。
なるほど。おかしいな。残りの97セットはどこへ？彼に変わったところは？
そういえば何か怯えていたような。いつもは冷静な人なんだけど感情的だったな。これから徳川会長に会ってくるって本人はそう言ってましたよ。
97 sets unaccounted for. Lorraine had 4 pills. We don't know if those 4 pills were K9. So we can't say for certain that they were. But we do know that they were missing logos. Anything else? He definitely acted different. That's all that comes to mind. It's a worry for me too. We haven't finished the K9 study yet. The company won't talk to me. Meanwhile, the hospital's been on my case about it. This thing's all kinds of trouble. At least now I know why Hojo hasn't been around. Maybe take a look at the K9 you have here? Unfortunately, there's none left. K9 is a capsule that uses osmotic pressure to control a drug's release.
徳川会長？あの貞興か。
会長は僕らには雲の上の存在だよ。面識もほとんどない。でも北条さんは違ってたな。よく会長に食事に招待されてたみたいだから。会長は大の日本人びいきなんだ。
相変わらずレイシストだな。
昔からあいつはそうだった。人種に偏見を持っていた。
北条さんのこと会長なら何か知ってるかもね。
I've never spoke with him at length. We chatted briefly when I joined the company, but that's about it.
貞興にはどこに行けば会える？
会長なら徳川ビルにいるよ。コロニーの支柱が徳川グループのシンボリックビルになってるんだ。通常は支柱プロップって呼ばれてる。会長はいつもそこにいるはずだよ。
そのプロップなら知ってる。ビヨンドで有数の名所だ。
エド、そこへ行ってみよう。
It's the headquarters of the Takagawa group on Beyond. It supports the set of the colony's surfaces and windows figuratively, if not literally. I'm hardly ever there, got no reason to. If you're heading that way, be sure to ask about Hojo. That's where he met with the president that day. We didn't know that. He met with the president that day. You might say he was a little too serious, and that turned people off. But for something like this to happen, why don't you try talking to President Takagawa about him? It seemed like he and the president were somewhat close. He could tell you more than I could. Interesting. We've got a good idea of what Hojo is doing here now, but why don't we keep questioning him anyway? Let's just go through everything then. Why don't you try talking to President Takagawa about him? It seemed like he and the president were that close. I'm sure President Takagawa will know more. You hear rumors about him, but you can't always believe what you hear. We certainly don't have a direct relationship or anything. I know he used to be a Policenauts, sure, but everyone who works for him knows that. What does my life story have to do with Hojo? The more drugs we shell out, the more the drug companies and hospitals make. Not to mention the insurance companies. That's the way the whole system is designed. This is what happens to guys like me.
なんだか徳川に不満があるようだね。
不満？そりゃあるさ。俺は北条さんとは違う。
徳川の人間でも不満はあるのか。
徳川には徳川にしかわからない内部事情があるんだ。
They stick pharmacies in hospitals purely for the money. Who'd want to spend their life working in a place like this? Let's look around. We've got an incredible supply here. It must really fill a lot of prescriptions. This is the same thing they had at Takagawa Pharmaceuticals, isn't it? Of course. This links to Takagawa Group via network. It's called the T-Gear 99. Everyone in the group uses it. Only Takagawa employees can log onto it. We've got an incredible supply here. Hard copies of receipts and prescriptions, things like that. There's something stuck to the shelf. That's a refrigerator storage closet. Unlike over-the-counter drugs, a lot of hospital drugs don't contain any preservatives. If you don't maintain a strict temperature control, they spoil pretty quick. It's very true.
どうも。これで失礼するよ。
随分と長い間邪魔しちまったな。
ああ、もうこんな時間か。
時間は無駄にはならんよ。
出口はそっちだ。じゃ、刑事さん。
I wonder if Chris has anything to say. Did you learn anything? You were talking for quite a while. Wait, are they the elephant in the room? Or two baby elephants? Speaking of quite a pair. Hold still, there's a fly on you now. I'm sure she believes you. Oh, brother. Chris? Yeah. He would have dealt mainly with the pharmaceuticist when he was here. Did you ask Ishida about him? He didn't seem to know him that well. You could always try going to Takagawa. Okay. It seems Hojo was here on the 15th. The 15th? Let's see, the 15th. I wasn't here that day. I was attending a medical conference. Medical conference? Yeah, and organ transplants. Oh well. Ishida should have been here for that day. Yeah, he was. Ishida and this guy at Takagawa Pharmaceuticals were both saying there are a lot of cases of Beyonds disappearing on purpose. You mean return syndrome? Does that actually happen? It did before, yeah. But these days it's rare. The colony's full of second-generation citizens now. So what about the terrestrials like Hojo? Well, it's possible. But I've been living here for the last 30 years and I feel fine. I don't know what to tell you, to be honest. Most medical products used on Beyond are made by Takagawa Pharmaceuticals. I'd be lying if I said there weren't any sort of relationship between us. It's the headquarters of the Takagawa Group on the colony. You should go there sometime. I apologize if I'm super nasally and I can't speak. I'm coming down with a cold. It's one of Beyond's most famous places. You ever heard of something called K9? K9? Maybe it's part of Takagawa Pharmaceuticals K series. I know about the ones up to K8, but this is the first I've heard of a K9. Are there any organs you could never replace? I'd say the liver, the pancreas, and the gastrointestines. There are hybrid types in development that combine organic tissue with synthetic material, but they're still testing them on animals right now. come on, don't tell me that. Don't do this to me. I promise you, they're not as nice as you think. I would have never guessed you're in your 40s. What would you guess? Late 20s tops. That's awfully nice of you, Jonathan. She got a necklace on? Oh. See you later, Chris. Is there anybody else? I want Jonathan to get a date. I don't know why. Oh, you guys again. How can I help you? I didn't know you were still here. You really put in a lot of hours. What happened with the director? Did you speak with her? Yeah. What a knockout. She's an old friend of ours, as it turns out. I only deal with patients. I don't know anything about sales rep from Takago or anywhere else. Seeing his picture didn't help at all? No. Dr. Goldwyn is so beautiful. Everyone here loves her. There's just one thing. What's that? It's rumored she spends time with President Takagawa, if you know what I mean. I'd hate to think something like that were true. The first floor consists of outpatient examination rooms, while the second floor and above house patient rooms and ORs. There's also a zero-G treatment ward located in the center of the colony. We have approximately 800 doctors on staff divided into 25 departments. She'd make sure you got a bunch of male nurses. Can we ask about this rumor? We do have a business relationship, but I don't know him personally. She heard a rumor you and Sadoki are particularly close. What? Oh, come on. They're saying that again? Like I'd ever be interested in someone like him. So you can. That's interesting. Good to know. Interesting. Well, it's break time, everybody. That's 1 hour and 30 minutes of Policenauts. I'm going to go make myself something to eat. I will see you guys 5:30 EST.